Welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by the Bakersfield, California. And I'm Louis Amestoy, and over there in the corner to my right is the one and only Mike Griffith.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Haven't gone anywhere. And to my left is our good friend Scott Schweitzer, the owner, operator, producer, general manager, president, and occasionally drives the water truck, right?
That's a lot of titles.
That's a lot of titles.
Wow.
We like to add things up.
I deserve a raise if
You
I do
deserve
all
it,
them
right.
things.
Right. Scott Schweitzer's here from Bakersfield Speedway. And another big weekend of racing. We saw a lot of great modified action over the weekend. And Kyle Heckman with a big win. And we were talking about that, getting an all-area a win. And good stuff here. How was the weekend?
You know, it was nice. Had a great crowd. Had a great car count. We brought the wing sprint cars back, the Race Savers Week Sprints, which last year there was just a brand new starting division, and we had 14 of those and put on a heck of a show. And I think it surprised the crowd because basically it's a World of Outlaw race car, but with a spec engine in it. So it was great to have them out.
Your modified class has always got amazing competitors in it. You know, very competitive, a lot of parity in that. But you know, we talked about Kyle Heckman. He wasn't able to really race a full schedule last year because of work commitments and everything. But when he's in that car, he's pretty formidable, right? Yeah,
Kyle's tough. He drives for a great team owner, Bill Henderson, that's got probably the best cars right now and's really got him working well. So it was great to see. And the track slicked off because of we having sprint cars and the modifies went last. So a lot of slide jobs and smooth and some rubber down. So put on a great show. It's good to see Kyle in victory lane.
First repeat winner in that class. So
that's a big news there. All right, let's get right to what we got coming up this weekend. And there it is. It's a Memorial Day Classic. We got Sport Mods. Again, another class that is just like, can you predict a winner?
No, you can't. I mean, there's a lot of good sport mod drivers out there. So to pick one out, it's tough.
It's almost like you put them all in a hat and then draw, pull it out of there. And that's you're probably going to be okay with that pick there, because those guys are all have a lot of parity in that. The IMCA stock cars, the mini stocks. Now the mini stocks, you'd say, well, Lonnie Spiller might be the favorite in that one, but that's kind of changing a little bit.
Yeah, she won the first 3 races and not the last 3.
No, she's fighting a little bit of Skip's had the car out and rented the track a couple of times. They're fighting an electrical issue, and the car keeps missing. So they're getting closer on it. Once they get that car hitting on all cylinders, I'm sure Lonnie will be right back there.
And she came through the pack the last race and was challenging for the lead, and then had some mechanical issue. Something looked like right front or something, but slowed back down and fell back off the pace. And now she's second in points.
Yeah.
Mod Lights now coming back, and Jerry Flippo has been dominant in this particular category. But again, there's other guys emerging in this one, and you can never count out Zach Forrester. Anthony Balcazar has been moving up.
I think we can count out Zach Forrester.
Are you?
Yeah, I understand that he had an injury in Santa Maria.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure, but I
wasn't aware
think
of that.
I haven't talked to Zach, but I understand he's got an injured wrist or arm. So we'll have to check with that.
Okay.
So that would put a dent in his racing.
But I mean, this Jerry Flippo has really emerged as the top guy in this field. But there's a lot of other good drivers in this class. This class is, this has been one of the more interesting classes of the last couple of years.
Yeah, you've got an entire class, more so to speak, that's rookies, and the more laps they're getting underneath their belt, they're getting faster and faster, and that's why it's a crapshoot of seeing who's going to be on victory lane. So it's always nice to have them out and see the kids developing and getting faster and faster. So it's going to be a nice event this weekend.
Big step for some of these kids coming to these cars. These are have a lot of horsepower, high horsepower to weight ratio in those mod lights. So you're stepping up to something that's not easy to drive, as Zach said. Yeah. So, it's taken them a little while, and they've gotten used to them. And Anthony Balcazar knocked on the door of the last race out there, was leading for a while, and then did not get the win. So you've got a lot of guys there that are capable of winning.
Mini dwarfs and always adventurous. Mini dwarfs are going to be racing out there, and CDCRA dwarf cars racing. General admission $12 for and the seniors and military $10 with ID, and kids 6 to 12 $5. And Mike, since you have parking issues, parking and camping are always
free.
There you go.
We got a spot for you, Mike.
You got a spot for Mike. I think Mike, what you ought to do is you ought to just drive around with Tom Mock one day and just hang out with Tom.
I may be hanging out in the infield a little with him, doing some different type of video.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
On, for some of the racing this Saturday.
Speaking of Tom Mock, we got a lot of great Tom Mock photos to show off here, and some of the modified action that was going on over the weekend. There's Mr. Heckman with his win and his check. And again, you said the race was it his to dominate this thing, or how did it work out?
He had to start a few rows back, but he was on a mission to win it. And another key aspect about this race that a lot of people may not know is Scott Pounds was back in a modified.
Oh, really?
And, Scott has been cleared to race from a back injury, and he's ready to go. He's purchased a car. He's working on it. So it's great to see Scott back on the track. And also Brad was back racing Saturday, and the little twins were in the grandstands. I seen him go by, so it was cool to have Brad back, and it's awesome to have Scott back healthy and ready to turn laps.
I mean, if you probably held this up, this is probably one of your. I mean, this is the top 10 here. That's probably one of your more formidable fields. You probably
you got some great names in there, and two of those names, Ethan Dotson and Cody Laney, are getting ready to travel back east and start doing some racing against some big hitters. And so, I mean, to have those quality of people in our top 10, I mean, it just speaks volumes for the track.
So Heckman with the win.
Ethan
Piker
did that last year, spent, the summer, and he's going to do that again this
year? He's going to do it again. I think they leave here in a couple of weeks, maybe after the Nationals in Santa Maria this weekend, and Cody Laney is going to be going with them. So there'll be two cars back there, and two guys from Bakersfield are going to be mixing it up with them big hitters back east. So it's going to be cool to see how they do.
Kyle Heckman with the win. John Piker in second. Ethan Dotson, as we were talking about, was third. Ricky Childress Jr. in fourth. Robbie Sawyer rounding out the top 5. Moving on now to hobby stocks.
American stocks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I almost get them, not always. Moving on to the American stocks. Hey, wait a minute. Back up. That 3-car. Look at that. Both of them.
What a coincidence.
Both of them have.
People always ask me, how do you get on your advertising? How do you get on the show? I said, you need to go get a transmission from Gill's Transmission, and it ups your chances.
Absolutely. Gill's Transmission helps out a lot.
Absolutely. Great people.
There was no vehicle going into the Gill's Transmission sign this week, though. That's what we really want to see. This is Dakota Brown with the win in American stocks, and we'll go out to the top 10 there. Here after this slide. Or I'm sorry, I got them backwards. I messed them up, I think. Settlemeyer, this is the hobby stocks. Settlemeyer with the win this one. Pictures in the wrong order. That's my fault. Roger Welch, Lloyd Wren Jr., Raymond Nolan Jr., Anthony Sly. Those are your top 5 in the hobby stocks. These are the hobby stock pictures. Let's go through those real quick. There's your winner. That's Chris Settlemeyer. And now back to the American stocks. Dakota Brown was your winner there. J.R. Garcia in second. Nicholas Johnson in third. Brian Childress in fourth. Brandon Ratcliffe in fifth. Brody Schweitzer in sixth. And I'll get a note from Tom Mock later. How'd you mess it? No, he won't. I can't even repeat it.
Yeah.
I can't even repeat it.
How don't you know the difference between American stock and a hobby stock?
You're going to get the...
I'll get the call probably right now. He can't watch it live because I think
he's working.
He's on dial-up out there at the office. So he can't watch it live. And he doesn't know how to get it on Facebook either. That's the best part. But I'll get the call.
I keep trying to get him in here. He just refuses to come down.
Yeah, I know. We'd have to put him over there in the corner, and he'd just kind of look around. And we don't have a dump button.
That's why he can't come on.
We don't have a dump button.
Yeah.
The best thing about Tom Mock is when you talk to him and he's at the house and the bird is going crazy in the background. That's the best time to talk to him. Racer Saver Sprints. Blake Robertson with the win there. Jesse Mack in second. Albert Pombo in third, Monty Ferreira in fourth, and Matthew Moles in fifth for your top 5. And hardtops. Are these the Okie Bowl hardtops?
These are the Okie Bowl hardtops that have changed their name to the Bakersfield hardtops now. But still a great group of guys. Bring out some great...
Okie Bowl hardtops not politically correct? Is that
right? I don't know why they wanted to change their name, but they told me they're now the Bakersfield hardtops.
All right.
So we'll go with that.
All right.
And their first event got rained out of the season. It was one of our rainouts. So this was the first time we got to see them. And I'll tell you what, for some old... antique cars, they're not afraid to race them, so it's cool to see them guys get out there and rub fenders and go hard. And Mark McCaslin was able to get the victory.
There's your hardtop winners: Mark McCaslin, Sean Shea, Tom Duggan, Jared Ferris, and Andrew McKenna as your top 5. And that's it for Bakersfield Speedway.
That's it.
All right, we'll see you on Saturday.
Okay.
Memorial Day Classic coming up. And now, are you guys? When is your next break? Are you taking any breaks now?
Yeah, we June 25th is our annual fireworks extravaganza,
Okay.
Richie McGowan Memorial Race, and then we take the next weekend off.
Okay.
So.
All right, great stuff. We'll see you next week as we talk more. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with Auto Club Formosa Raceway and our final segment of the day.